What's up everybody, welcome to Money Management channel. My name is Andrei and today I'm gonna be doing an update on MMTLP and FINRA saga.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up.
And guys, for today's video, for the part 2 of yesterday's video, I have a really amazing news. I have to admit that I was also attacked by some people who doesn't want me to continue my job, who doesn't want me to help you to achieve any type of resolutions, and they well, I deleted a lot of rude comments, and I deleted a lot of well, not the comments that are not staying in line with even with YouTube guidance. To be honest, I don't like this story. That is why, guys, I need your support. And if you think that I'm doing a good job, if you think that I'm trying to help MMTLP community, please hit the like button and drop me a line in the comment section. It is really important for me at this very moment. And guys, I promised you to show the opinion of Junk Savvy in regards to the actions that was made by Jennifer Vitrano, because she disclosed the information that was sent by Greg McCabe by mistake, that was sent to Jennifer Vitrano by mistake. And I have to admit that, well, Junk Savvy wrote this quite lengthy tweet, and I want to cover this in details. She wrote, "Did you know what should pro-se litigants do if they receive privileged communications from defendants and their legal counsel? 1. Immediately refrain from reading, using or sharing the communication beyond what is necessary to identify it as privileged. Continuing to review or distribute it could violate ethical rules and harm your case. 2. Promptly inform the sending party, opposing counsel or their client, that you received the privileged material. Provide enough detail to identify the communication, for example, date and subject, without disclosing its contents. This aligns with ethical expectations which many jurisdictions apply to pro-se litigants. In both Nevada and Texas federal district courts, pro-se litigants are generally held to the same procedural and ethical standards as attorneys, including with respect to handling inadvertently received privileged communications. 3. At the request of defendant of their counsel, pro-se litigants should delete inadvertently disclosed privileged communications, provided the request is made promptly and in good faith to protect the attorney-client privilege. And 4. Pro-se litigants should document their work to show they took reasonable steps to comply with ethical standards. What are the implications if pro-se litigants use privileged communications from defendants and their legal counsel? Courts aim to balance fairness, privilege protection, and the integrity of the judicial process. The actions of pro-se litigants might be seen as undermining ethical norms, potentially leading to evidentiary rulings, sanctions, sealing records, admonishment, and other penalties. And guys, I have to admit that, this statement is quite interesting, but we have an answer from Jennifer Vitrano herself. And she refers not to the Junk Savvy tweet, but she refers to the answer that was written by Scott Roth. And Scott wrote, I needed that love. You missed one important distinction. Communications concealing illegal activity, such as ordering the destruction of emails when you have been served as an SEC subpoena, voids any confidentiality since the recipient has received evidence a crime has been committed. Enjoy your ignorance, hotshot. See misprison of a felony 2, 18 U.S. CS 4. Jennifer did the right thing, and we turned it into a criminal complaint. Check and checkmate. And guys, Jennifer Vitrano herself wrote this. Junk Savvy purposefully filters information to fit her narratives. She wants transparency from FINRA and SEC, but not executives. epic fail, getting my popcorn ready for the next few weeks, giving it my best regardless of outcome. The dirty laundry and deeds will be exposed. And guys, it is not the end, because I see quite interesting conversation between Timmy Donahue and Junk Savvy. Timmy Donahue, in response to Junk Savvy's tweet, wrote this: "Post all the AI you want. Jennifer did exactly what everyone should have done. Ask Greg McCabe, the CEO, not just once, but she followed up a second time as she's supposed to. It is a shareholder asking for what she's lawfully owed." Defending McCabe, who has been as reliable as rubber crutch, just means you are not broke like the rest of us and you have privileged information. He hit reply all from his effing AOL account. Also, there was mixed party in there, not just the lawyer and the client, making that email proof for anyone reading this that McCabe, by his own admission, purposefully broke his fiduciary duty to us. To make matters worse, Jennifer was professional and extremely polite on both requests. The only thing he can do is blame her and the other crew for trying to bankrupt the company. Anyone with half brain reading that and finds anything malicious other than what he did, you're suspect. We've already pointed out FINRA's mistakes and F-ups. The SEC, the DTCC, we got a group that's been explaining how Rule 6419 has been broken for years now. That is a 5-minute conversation at most. So hit me with it all of it, make sure you get it all, because after you do, I would love to finally get on a space call. There will be no belittling, no threatening, no name calling, because I have a lot I'd like to say. On top of that, I will put a effing camera on myself. I will have nothing to read of just me and my retarded brain against whatever you guys want to use. Happy Sunday. And Junk Savvy responded to this. I take it you didn't read the filings. Brutal lawyer's response or regulations I cited. Do you, boo. And Timmy Donahue responded, "Of course I did that. What do you think? I just Googled or typed something into AI? I'm saying she exercised her right as a shareholder to ask the CEO anything he legally has to provide to ensure he did not breach his fiduciary duty to us. By his own admission, he purposefully breached his responsibility by ignoring her first request. As far as the lawyer-client privilege, pretty sure that goes right out the window when the fat-fingered his AOL account, not just to his lawyer, but to a non-legal counsel. He admittedly is telling Jennifer that she's running a harassment campaign to bankrupt us, stripping her of her shareholder rights by undermining them and not acting in good faith, followed with a temper tantrum and some more idiotic banter, dumping all over his own shareholders. Junk, I've always been 100% transparent, so I did not read what Burda's lawyer had to say because the last one told him to not report the shorts to the SEC. The only thing that will come of it is they will look into the Jones history. Remember that one? You are losing control of your circus. Get us some oil. McCabe needs a new keyboard and she probably publicly apologized to us. And Junk Savvy responded, Great, help me out. Please cite or provide a link for the sources you read and supersets the various statutes, rules, procedures, or codes I outline above and legally legitimizes the process that 1209 pro se litigant veteran used. Here are my sources, FRCP11, and she basically mentioned all of these documents. Show me yours, I will wait. And here is the answer of Timmy. Guys, you can see that this story becomes even more interesting. Okay, this is kind of why I wanted to do a space call for the first time, because I would only need one time. Let's address the elephant in the room. First, do not peacock around and act like you're a modern day Doogie Howser, and you just put me in my place with your sources, procedures, codes, case law, whatever else you threw up there, because it all came from AI, and then have the bearish to drop. I will wait. Of course, you will wait, but not if we were in a space call. I told you put a camera on little retard Timmy, you will get the same exact answer in 5 seconds when we will see how you do without AI and Google. Next, please explain why you are judge, jury and executioner. Why do I have to supersede all of your unbelievable work? What background do you have that makes you perfectly comfortable thinking that you have the knowledge to F with someone's decision on recovering their own money? Are you an attorney general? How do you have so much power? Think about that and wait for my answer on everything you outlined. And he also added, full disclosure, I'm using Google for all your stuff if it's sourced from a legit site. And Junk Savvy posted this, weird GIF. And Timmy Donahue wrote, okay, Junk, you have Texas and you have Nevada. Why two different states? And to be honest, she didn't answer to this question. And, it is quite weird, but it is not the only thing that we have on the table right now. I see some kind of snowball effect because we have, on the one side, we have a lot of updates in our ongoing litigation processes. But these updates are completely ignored by the people who don't want to see the progress from this side of the community. Instead of this, the so-called non-1209 community is trying to attack each and every opinion that is not staying in line with their own opinion. Regardless of the facts, they just do it because they don't like this narrative, and they attack not the opinion itself, but the people. And I was attacked as well in my comment section. And let me show you quite interesting update from Rob Carter's side. Let me show you that, do you remember that it was a post and Rob published this post and Porter Daniels responded to this, and I covered it in my yesterday's video, but for some reasons Rob Carter deleted this post and he responded to this tweet that was written by that guy. It went to elected officials. They looked at it and determined that John Burda committed fraud and should be charged, and he is being charged, and that is the person you are supporting. What's next? Will you support bank robbers, murderers, rapists? How long will you go? Rob Carter wrote to this. This is the level of deception used by a group of people, bots and other. See that guy below. This, if it is that simple, unelected officials involved should discuss it publicly. But some people and bots have an agenda, and it's not a transparency. And guys, Rob Carter told about the transparency, but he deleted his own tweet. And guys, on top of that, Rob Carter is I have to admit that he doesn't want to see, and I was quite confused about this, but he doesn't want to see the other opinion rather than to see some kind of allegations for authorities. But if the problem of MMTLP story lies not only in this field, why in the world he's trying to push his narrative forward without the proper opinions from both sides? And it is quite weird. So he also wrote this. Wait a second. He didn't delete some answers that he published later on. He wrote, of course it's ridiculous, the robbers can bribe the guards. That guy wrote, why refuse to post information if you have it? Instead, hiding behind excuses, trying to make it look like you are weak. You are what? Scared of me? When the truth is that you're just a distraction with nothing to substance to provide. And Rob Carter wrote, I don't know who that guy is, so kinda hard to have a real discussion. And Aaron Cho wrote to this, if you narrowly frame debate to exclude most of one side's key arguments, then it isn't much of a debate. And Rob Carter wrote, if we are debating your interest versus my interest, we are not debating the same topic. I am debating the validity and transparency of FINRA and the SEC along with the responsibility of congressional oversight. And I have to admit that, wait a second, I will show you. Orogrande, is there a particular podcast date where you've discussed Alpine versus FINRA? And I have to say that if someone's opinion is if Rob Carter want to narrow his point of view, just to point out that FINRA and SEC was wrong in this case, but at the same time he's trying to tell that the only problem of MMTLP saga is FINRA's and SEC actions. That, in my opinion, it is not the proper journalist's job. And let me show you this. Jennifer Vitrana wrote this in response to Daniel Spears. And Daniel Spears wrote in response to Rob Carter's tweet. Rob Carter wrote, wait a second, I will show you this in details. What does any player in the investment system have to do with a broken system? Your site wants to attach blame to CEOs. Fine. My argument concerns the system, its corruption, fraud and lack of transparency. And here is the answer of Daniel Spears. Rob, first, your site, there should be no sites. We all want the regulators held accountable. I believe there is not a single person in MMTLP who doesn't believe the regulators are to blame here. Second, look at what you are saying. That if people also wish to hold the executives accountable for their actions or lack thereof, then we are what? We are your side? Those words are shameful, coming from a guy who started out saying, I'm open to hearing everyone, every side. I literally remember telling you that this was the problem with this community. You can only be allowed to believe what you are told or you are labeled your side. Once you are labeled your side, you are mercilessly attacked. People like Jack and Laker J are despicable human beings. They name call and spit hate. I'm truly stunned to hear those words come from your mouth, and you truly should be ashamed of yourself. You are officially not a part of the problem, instead of part of the solution. I really thought you were a good guy, but now I guess you are on the right side. And here is the answer of Jennifer Vitrana. She wrote, everyone wants transparency, but some only want selective transparency with MMTLP fiasco. And guys, this is the perfect statement. We, as I already mentioned, we cannot have a partial justice. My main goal right here is to help you to see the resolution. And this resolution might be, I don't know what might be the resolution. On the one hand, I believe that every one of you who held MMTLP shares back in the days and who still hold next bridge hydrocarbons shares should receive at least your money back with some premium that should cover your damages. But these damages should be calculated on a case-by-case basis. And all of the people from 1209 community are trying to solve this problem. But at the same time, if all these lawsuits fail, in this case, guys, it will be another resolution, but this resolution will not lead to any payments at all. And it will also be some kind of resolution, because from this point in time, we will have only one way. We will have to forget about this story and move forward. And guys, believe me, it is also a solution, because psychologically it will bring you a relief. And yes, it might not be what you expected, but it is still here. That is why, guys, I told you, and I'm still telling you that we have to use any type of potential path to the resolution. And we shouldn't be selective from our side who are guilty in this case. The only person who can decide who is guilty is the judge. And that is why we have to file lawsuits. And through these lawsuits, we will find who was the wrongdoer, who did what, and who should pay. And that is the only goal that I'm trying to achieve. So, I think that's all information that I want to provide you. If you like my video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel with notification bell. And see you guys and girls next time. Bye!
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gone live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna